Welcome again, Choro Q collectors. So this was one of my very first Choro Qs I got here, and on the back it said this Jay's Tipo, and I have no clue what that was. I did an alloy wheel swap. These are Word C wheels. So I went and got this one, and it turns out that this Jay's Tipo was a set of these Choro Qs. So let me focus on this photograph. It's not the best online photo, but it's a pretty great looking collection. I'm gonna try to get a few more of these things from this thing. So now I got the second, I got that one, and now I got this one, I guess. But some Skylines, MR2 is interesting. So, anyways, decided to introduce you to that, and it turns out Jay's Tipo was a magazine. A modified car magazine. Looks like a pretty cool magazine, but I'm pretty sure that thing's gone now, as most paper magazines have gone online or just out of business. So I like this model here. It's got Mazda printed across the top of it. It took me a while to figure out what it was because I'm not very smart. I think there's a raised Mazda badge or something, a UNOS badge maybe. You notice here the actual turn signals are clear because this entire body is actually made of this one clear piece of plastic, this smoked plastic you can kind of see here. Oh no, wait, I'm wrong. No, that canopy is a separate piece. I can see right there's a little melted plastic. So, in fact, if I take a flashlight, it might actually show up better, but maybe not. No, I can't see it, but this is actually a separate canopy, it seems. So well, you know what? I'm going to just take it apart. But before that, let's just take a look at the rest here. The taillights are printed on. No detail there, though. I don't know what that is, even. Maybe it's supposed to be the exhaust ports. A little fuel filler recess. Some sculpting. Pretty lame wheels, of course. That's why we're going to do a swap. Orange marker there. Tight body panels. And then it just says RX7 on the bottom. It would probably make sense to write FD3s, but... Okay, so... Let's see about the construction of this one. That Datsun 510 is just one piece of plastic and just extremely well painted. But this one might actually be two pieces of plastic. Yes, it is. So that's a little bit different in its construction. You can also see the melting points for the lights here, I guess, which are black plastic, or maybe, I don't know, it's not black, it's clear. Could also be a clear plastic painted black. I guess it's not that important, right? Alright, so today I'm going to go with these wheels here. If you just look online for alloy, 164 alloy wheels, and this showed up in the mail, and I already took one out, but I'll just show you guys here. It comes in this blister. The little yard alloy, you can see, this whole back thing is metal. And then they have a photo etched piece of metal glued onto the top surface, and it's just painted black or something back there. But it works, The photo etch makes the spokes look a little three-dimensional, the little lug nuts and stuff. And then I like the fact that this has a white rim, so I think it'll look pretty good on a white vehicle. Now maybe not like this, but what I learned from here is you can actually squeeze these tires from this car onto these metal wheels. So it can be done. So that's what I'm going to try to do today with this brand. These are originally, I think, designed for Hot Wheels. So it comes with these tubes. And these tubes are meant to go around the axles that they give you. And it's nice that this comes with 3 axles, so you can screw up if you want, But if the hole in your regular 164 car model is thicker than a Hot Wheels, this metal is just meant for a Hot Wheels. But maybe a lot of the import brands, they have thicker axles, so you can actually slide this tube over it to take up the space, and so the wheels won't, rattle around as much inside the body. But I'm going to probably just glue these in place anyway, so the tubes won't matter. And it also comes with 1 extra axle end. It comes with 5. You need 4. So you take a little super glue. Boy, I can't do this looking at my screen. And then you just push it in. And that's what traps the, wheel. So, I have a suspicion though, just looking at this, I don't know if I'm going to have to trim this axle or not. I have to warn you, if you're going to trim this, don't do it with clippers because you'll crush the tube. If you crush the tube, you can't get the axle end in. So you have to use a saw, or what I use is a Dremel cutting wheel. It cuts right through and it preserves the concentric circularness of the axle tube here. First thing though I'm going to do, in order to do these alloy wheel swaps, I have to sacrifice the motor mechanism, because the axles here, well, you simply can't fit these on because there's literally a hole here, right? You can't drill out this hole and then glue this thick axle into that tiny hole. So first thing I'm going to do is remove the tires. Okay, because I'm going to save those and put those on the alloys. Next thing I'm going to do is remove this motor. It's simple. There's just this tab here, so I'm going to pull this upwards, and that frees the front axle. So I'll save this for, I'm not sure, something else, or maybe just throw it out. So what I've learned to just remove this is I have to clip off this middle thing here, this gear. So I use these sacrificial pliers because I already screwed them up trying to cut a Hot Wheels axle. You can see air shining through where it dented the blade. So if I screw these pliers, nip side cutters up, doesn't really matter. So I'm going to close my eyes as that snips off so it doesn't go into my eyes. Do the same here. It's a very brittle plastic. I tried naturally to try to push it out before, but I don't know if there's a texture in here. So yeah, there's a texture, so you can't just push it off the gear. You literally, I tried, but I just think it's easier to cut the gear off. No. And a runny nose as usual, sorry. Alright, so with that, now I can release it with some, after I take some pliers here and take this out. Boy, sorry, now I got a runny nose. I'm trying to do this, it's ridiculous. Okay, so that's out. So you can see there's a knurled texture in the middle, so that's why you have to cut off that gear, as I mentioned. Alright. So the motor, though, I'm still going to keep because that's the axle hole that I'm going to, slide the new alloy axle through. Here we are, and I think it turned out pretty well. I really like the white wall, the white rims on these wheels here, and the contrast with the shiny spokes there. I put a bunch of camber in, not too much in the front, a few degrees, but I tried to max out the amount of camber in the back here. Maybe it's hard to, there you go. So it looks really even more comical. So I've got a method that I've been using. It seems to work pretty well. This is 3D printer resin. So I put a bunch of 3D printer resin in one of these little tiny metal tipped bottles here, and I just squeeze a tiny bit on, and then 3D printer resin is activated by UV light. So I have here, this is just a cheap UV light with this nice flexible head here, and it's powered by USB, and then it has an on-off switch, which is nice. So the great thing is, with this flexible head, I can just put it on a table and then adjust the height of it. So I basically just take the dropper, put a little dab of this resin on it, and then I quickly put it in front of that UV light, and it hardens it. You want to make sure you're wearing sunglasses, and if you do this a lot, you should probably wear gloves, because UV gives you skin cancer, and it'll definitely mess up your eyes. So, but it's such a quick setting process, because 10 seconds will easily harden the UV. If you want it really, really hard, 30 seconds maybe. So now it's not really pretty to look at, but I could just paint this black, but I don't even care, because I don't look at models upside down, right? You never see it from the top view. So I think that's pretty much the method I'm going to go with on most of these things. At least for now, I can't think of a better way to quickly set camber. If you don't care about camber, you don't need any resin or glue at all. You just put the axle ends in, and then the thing will actually roll. but I would rather have this thing have camber and not roll anyways. So okay, well, so now we have an RX7 Choro Q here in the collection, and customized. So I rather like this collection of J's TPO. I'm gonna try to get some more. So hopefully you'll be around to see that video. Thanks.